Hey, it's me, Bad B, I'm back. Talked about importing my bike before and how it was such a faff. Well, since then, I've gone through a few things to get it ready for registration. Thought I would talk about that. I don't have enough B-roll because a lot of it was just done when I wasn't well, or like, for example, today, ugh. Anyway, so after I imported it, I knew I had to get a VASS certificate, which was Vehicle Assignment something scheme. That's if it's been modified, and I have had modifications made to it because I've had it lowered, so the suspension was lowered because I'm so short, and I also had a gear indicator put in, but it doesn't affect anything. But you have to get someone to come and check it out and make sure it's safe to be ridden in Australia. I found guys through the Vicroads. They were the closest to me, but they were really nice. Originally, I'd planned to like ride out there, but then I had my sentinel lymph node biopsy, and then I had my double mastectomy and reconstruction, so I couldn't ride for a while. And they were like, well, we can come out to you. And they did, and it was so nice. They sorted out the VASS certificate for me and also did like an import check of some kind. I don't know. You also need to get a roadworthy certificate. Called up the Ducati that was closest to me, but they were just so rude. Every interaction I've had with them has been appalling. And like, even though the next Ducati is super far away, I'd rather go further away because they're just so rude. And then I found this other garage kind of near me, and they do roadworthy certificates for motorbikes and cars. So even though it was more expensive and kind of further away, I just went with them because they were really nice to me. That was really quick and easy. In order to ride your bike when it's not registered, you need a UVP, which is an unregistered vehicle permit, to be able to drive it around in order to get it ready for registration. So I got one of those. It was about $50 for like 4 days. Today, I had to go to Vicroads with all of my documents to get it registered. So I'm going to put up scans of these, but for mine, it was a personal import because it's my personal effects. It's my bike. You need an import approval from RAV, which was like Rover something vehicles. I don't know. I'll put it up. So I got that in order to import it ages ago, but you need proof of import. So you need that. You need your VASS certificate, and the VASS certificate needs to have like a compliance like sticker put on the frame of your bike. So it's kind of ugly, but whatever. You need the roadworthy, and you need your license. You also needed secondary ID. So luckily I took my bank cards with me. I took a pen just in case, and I took spares of all the forms. You also need like the registration document that you get off of a PDF on Vicroads website. They also say that you need tools to be able to put your plate on by yourself. I had all these things, and my appointment was for 10:25. Of course, yesterday and the day before were beautiful and sunny and hot. And then today, when I had to ride my motorbike to Vicroads and I couldn't change the appointment because it was less than 24 hours, it was pissing rain. So I hadn't ridden in ages and hadn't ridden in the rain in ages. So I was kind of worried. I got there fine, but I was just anxious. I was driving way slower than I needed to. I got there, and then she's like, yep, this is all good. Do you want standard plates or the black and white plates? I was like, oh, they're the same price. And she's like, no, standard is $20 and black and white is $200. And I was like, yeah, I'll do standard. But then, so I had all my documents, and then she's like, do you have the consumer import notice, the CIN? And I was like, no, I was never given that. And she's like, well, you need it. And I was like, okay, I don't have one. So I called up Dasmac because I looked through everything I had, did not have anything like that. The person that answered was really nice, and she was also on the email train but didn't really have much to do with it. I was like, I'm not sure if you remember me. It's Bad B. I imported a bike from Japan to Australia a little while ago. She's like, yeah, I do remember you. And I was like, well, I'm at Vicroads. They're telling me I need this form, and I was under the impression that I didn't need it. Do I need it? And then she's like, well, let me put you through to our import manager who should know. It was the woman who didn't do anything. They put me through to her, and I was like, I'm not sure if you remember, but I imported a bike from Japan to Australia. And she's like, yeah, to Melbourne, right? And I was like, yep. And then she was like, yeah, because I'm in Queensland. And I was like, all right. And she's like, I'm not really sure. I don't know. And I was like, okay. And she's like, well, you can call this company, Top Secret Imports, and they'll be able to help you. Anyway, so I called Top Secret Imports. They were nice, but then she's like, yeah, I'm not really sure, but I can get someone to call you back. And I was like, look, I'm at Vicroads now. do you think they can call me back kind of soon? She's like, well, I can put urgent on it. And I was like, okay, thanks. They didn't call me back. I waited about an hour, and then my Vicroads lady was like, look, I'm going to talk to my manager. I was like, yeah, I don't think I need it, and I don't have it in any case. And she's like, all right. After an hour, finally, they're like, yep, it's all good. And I was just like, oh my God, thank God. And she's like, yeah, so here's your plate and everything. You just got to pay. And they're like, do you want 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month rego? And I was like, yeah, 12 months, because I want to minimize the amount of time I have to go to Vicroads. It was about 700 and something. It was still pissing rain. I attached the plate. It's all registered and good to go. Yay. Oh my God, it was such a hassle. And it's only been 7 months. If you want the info or the details for the places that I got my VASS and my Roadworthy done for my motorbike, please let me know. You can email me, but I can't put that info up because you'll know where I live. Hopefully I can put up some bike content now. Stay tuned for more cancer things and expat life things and bike things.